You're watching CBTV.
It's the Bodyplex Review with special guest Computer Steve, presented by CBI, Max's Express Design, and Auntie Sam's 2-in-1 Jelly Jam. Now, your host, Bodyplex.
Hello. Welcome to CBTV and the Bodyplex Review, presented by CBI, Max's Express Designs, and Auntie Sam's 2-in-1 Jelly Jams. CBI is Company Businesses, Inc. Your company is our business. I'm your host, Bodyplex. As always, via satellite feed, we have the one, the only Computer Steve. How's it going, Steve?
Good, Raj. I'm good.
I'm doing all right, but I kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, Steve.
I know. You gotta start with your best foot forward.
Well, I mean, wrong side of the bed according to my cat. So here at the Bodyplex Review, the format is simple. One audio review, one video review. Today on audio, we have New Arrows, the 2020 release by Punker's Personality Cult, and on video, a short film / music video for Jacob Sartorius' 2021 single, YouTube and Barbecue Chips. Now we have listened, we have watched, and we're going to give our reviews out of 10. Add those totals together and divide that total in half to get our official, unbiased, CBI approved rating for each piece. The goal here is to review everything, not just anything. If you have any suggestions or if you'd like to submit to be featured in the CBTV Bodyplex Review, please reach out to us at our general email with subject CBTV to companybusinessesinc@gmail.com. Now, due to the nature of today's episode, we have a shorter show for you folks with a short film by Jacob Sartorius, but quantity isn't quality. So what do you say, Steve? Let's get started.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
So first up, we have Personality Cult, New Arrows. This was submitted to us by a viewer, Ben Carr, his band, a 4-piece punk project from Carborough, North Carolina. And I just want to give a little shout out here to the burrito shop, Carburitos. Steve and I have been there to eat a few times, and they got those wonderful, thick, fluffy, crunchy chips. You know what I'm talking about, Steve?
Love those puff chips. Absolutely.
It's crunchy, it's fluffy. I feel like I'm eating a fried
pita bread or something.
Wash it down with a nice cerveza.
Hey, yeah, have yourself an ice cold beer. So, Personality Cult releases their 2020 album, New Arrows, on Dirt Nap Records. And right out of the gate, if you heard that name, Dirt Now, I'm getting into this tough punk mood already. So, how do you feel about that, Steve?
I see that. I hope you throw on your old leather jacket.
Hey, thanks for noticing. We're doing a little punk review. I feel like I might as well don a little punk aesthetic here, as Steve is well familiar with. I'm a big fan of the punk stuff, the look, the studded leathers, the mohawks, and I can't really talk enough about how much that stuff just gets me going. Just gets my blood pumping.
I was trying to channel my inner Hulk and Skull there, too.
I love the handkerchief around your head there. I feel like I've walked into the wrong bar, and you're turning around. I might be heading the other way. So yeah, I'm already feeling that punk attitude, dude. Dirt Nap Records themselves stated, "Please welcome Personality Cult to the Dirt Nap Records roster. What started as a solo project for North Carolina's Ben Carr has evolved into a full band supergroup of sorts, featuring past and present members of Paint Tunes, Last Year's End, Natural Causes, Age of a Death, Missing Pages, Mind Spiders, Sweet Talk and Seed Knives, and probably a bunch more that we're forgetting about." So if you're familiar with any of those bands, and that's a lot of bands. That's a whole lot of bands, Steve.
It's like chicken foot.
Now this album starts off with the synth sound, which is kind of isolated from the whole album. I was feeling this tune. It was reminiscent. It was in my head. It was on the tip of my tongue. It was kind of this meow mix tune that was coming in, just hinting at this meow mix, please deliver. And I was automatically hooked. Then this great guitar comes in. Were you listening to this track, Steve?
Yeah, that was a standout track for me. One of my shining gems. It was a great opener. but just comes in pretty aggressive, pretty catchy, dropping in on some half pipes.
Right when that guitar's kicking in, I almost felt like I was listening to Eye of the Tiger.
Right, yeah. It was, well put together, great drumming, great mix.
Yeah. Nothing to do with it. Really great opener. And the cool thing about this record, you really hear it from the opener. Nothing to do with it. Into this second track, Way Down. It's almost like this album is one continuous song. It's so cohesive. And if you're a fan from the sound of Nothing to Do with It, you're going to be thrilled with the rest of this album. Brought me back to bands with great punk roots. My Chemical Romance, Reliant K, Quick Five. These kind of upbeat, polished tunes with this punk attitude.
I couldn't agree more. Green Day, they have like punk rock vibes that are similar.
And yeah, just bringing to mind stuff like Green Day, Billy Joel Armstrong. Personality Cult for me is really sitting in the middle between those poppy, polished punk bands and sometimes edging into this territory more fit for Sum 41 or The Distiller, something a little heavier.
Yeah, we're talking about some Manic Panic hair dye, spike bracelets, stud belts,
some cool wristbands, 10-foot mohawks. I'm talking about skateboards. I'm talking about extreme sports. Honestly, for me, and I know what the punks are going to be saying out there, punk is a way of life. It's a state of mind. And it's not just about the style. But I mean, when you look at somebody like your Sum 41s and your Distillers and your Billy Joel Armstrongs, there's one thing they all share in common, and that's this really cool punk rock look. I mean, we've got the spiky hair, the great wristbands, band tees, like Steve said, this leather and spikes look. But when you look at Personality Cult, I kind of feel like I'm looking at the coaches for my kid's Little League team, or maybe I'm getting a grande decaf latte down at the Rising Shine. How'd you feel about that?
It throws you off a little bit, but, I guess you gotta respect them for just being themselves.
Respect the grind, as it would say on the Rising Shine. Thrasher magazine took note of this man, and they wrote, "The second LP from Personality Cult fits comfortably like a pair of blown-out checkered vans in the Dirt Nap Records camp." How'd you feel about that, Steve?
I was just thinking about blown out vans. Makes my feet hurt.
Makes those corns flare up.
The dogs are barking.
Really love the energy, like I said. This is exemplified in one of my shining gems, which was this really cool backing group vocal that ran through the album. Almost brought to mind these barbershop groups. And I kind of noticed maybe there was some influence there, as a lot of bands in this genre did. Inspiration directly from different eras in American music.
Too bad I've got her number.
Which I'm sure speaks to a majority of the country pretty clearly. I'm going to tell you right now, makes me want to pick up that skateboard.
Just a couple pop shove-its.
Pop in a few shove-its.
I'm more of a cyclist myself, but
You were doing the big wheeler, right?
big wheelers. Yeah.
Big wheelers only in Computer Steve's camp. And I think wearing some new feelers.
In my circles, that's punk rock.
Feeling any songs in particular, Steve?
Yeah, Pressure Points was a standout track for me. I like the kind of Wizard of Oz witchy guitar line. Kind of riding my bike through a tornado sound. Shout out to the engineer for this album, too. From a technical standpoint, it sounds great. Everything's balanced.
Real technical wizard.
The drummer is phenomenal. Super tight.
I felt that cohesion, that togetherness on this song, Sharp Edges. And I'm loving this song right when it kicks in. This song could have easily been a tribute to Sum 41's hit Still Waiting. And I really felt like I could hear where the band was coming from on this track. One of my shining gems for this album was the closer, 5:30, with these repeating lyrics, and I'm not sure exactly what was being said here. No lyrics on the Bandcamp page. Towards the end of this track, I felt less like I was shredding ramps and more like I just threw on House on Haunted Hill on Haunted House on Haunted House on Haunted Hill. Love this dark, brooding riff and repetition and minimal delivery of the vocals. How'd you feel about that, Steve?
That was very cool. And hopefully the listeners make it that far into the album. People have a short attention span nowadays.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to our reviews. For me, it wasn't hitting me in all the punk spots I like, which is cool, punk hairstyles, cool punk outfits, and maybe some more screaming in there. I like that stuff. I feel like I'm about to go in a mosh pit. So I'm going to go kind of in the middle here. I'm going to do a 5.5 out of 10 Colts. How'd you feel about that, Steve?
Well, I'm not really a punk rock fan at all, but this was well put together. And, you know, I think I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing to sneeze at. And Personality Cult seems like they're doing well for themselves within their space. The official unbiased CBI approved rating of Personality Cult New Eras is a 6 out of 10 cults. Congratulations to Ben and Personality Cult for really just making a tight, cohesive album. And thanks for submitting the blast listening. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with our video review of Jacob Sartorius, YouTube and barbecue chips.
Introducing the all-new Discover.
And we're back to CBTV and the Bodyplex review. Before we get started, here's a quick word from our sponsor, Auntie Sam's 2-in-1 Jelly Jams. You know the drill. One more sandwich and you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Sounds like it's time to pick up another jar of your favorite fruit spread, but here it comes. The age-old quarrel with your partner over which to get, jelly or jam. Well, preserve that energy and so get bored and bickering with Auntie Sam's 2-in-1 Jelly Jams. With a scrumptious swirl of jelly and jam, all in one jar. Your loved ones will be singing your praises when it's time for morning toast. Don't be surprised when little Daphne demands another dollop with corn dinner. Guaranteed. The whole family will fall head over heels for any one of Auntie Sam's fun fruit flavors, including classic orange, spicy grape, mint peach, and blackberry mild. Ask for a jar by name today from any Earth Organics Plus stores or wherever most groceries are sold. I'm getting a hankering for an English muffin right about now just reading that, Steve. How about you?
Sounds completely scrumptious.
Yum, 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 yum. So let's move on to our video review. Today we have the short film / music video for Jacob Sartorius, YouTube and barbecue chips. Not to be confused with Jacob Pastorius. Jacob Sartorius is an American child singer, an internet personality who rose to fame via social media from posting comedic videos on Vine and lip-syncing videos on TikTok. In 2016, he released his debut single, Sweatshirt, which reached a peak of 90 on the Hot 100 chart in the United States. With only a few EPs under his belt, Jacob is knocking us out one by one with these great singles, most recently, YouTube and Barbecue Chips. Now this song was originally posted in the background of a TikTok by Jacob, which was then duetted with legendary songwriter Snoop Dogg, who strongly agreed with the song's message and sentiment. From there, the whole song was released, and then now we get this short film / music video for the track. Did you check this one out, Steve?
Yes, I did.
I mean, the song, I'm gonna tell you, gets me hungry for some barbecue chips.
Yeah, and then the video just elevates it to a whole nother level. There was that one get shot that I loved, where he's laying on a bed full of barbecue chips. I'm not really a Lay's person. I'm more of a Wise guy, but chips is chips.
I think really the name of the song was Barbecue Chips. Not Lay's Barbecue Chips, even though we get a lot of this Lay's product placement. When this video opens up, you're getting it right away. This old as time story. Jacob is walking into his house. His parents are there and decides to sneak out of the house.
The interaction with his parents, where it gave you the idea that they have a disconnect there, you know, and that they're now a big part of what's going on in his life. They're watching God knows what Fox News talking about coronavirus sipping on nice shandy. Which that made me wonder too, because lots of the video he was running around and it made me feel kind of sad because he was doing all these things, but he was by himself, you know, and I was worried.
No one around.
Was worried that Jacob didn't have any friends, but maybe he was just being safe.
Jacob logs into YouTube and sneaks out the window. All alone, he gets approached by a screech of a tyrant. That guy says, "Hey, little man," and gets Jacob some marshmallow rice treats. I can only imagine there's some weedy edibles.
The guy that was giving him the Rice Krispie treats. What a jerk. He was very rude for no reason.
Pulls over, calls Jacob little man, tells him he needs these marshmallow treaties.
And then tells him to go.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Just go. Get out of here, little man. So Jacob's walking around. He's obviously he's eating these marshmallow rice treat edibles. So it's sort of this trifecta of weed, YouTube, chips.
Kind of a vicious cycle of sorts, probably.
And I love this there's so much food in this song. There's marshmallow treats. We're getting barbecue chips. We're getting references to other foods. Classic lines like, "I've been making love to Domino's. Chips in my veins. And a shining gem." With this three-parter, chips never change. They always stay the same. They're always on my brain. And if you're a chip fan, I mean, this is going to be speaking volumes.
This is like an anthem.
It's a chip anthem. And not to say there's not enough YouTube going on in the video, but really, it is leaning more into the chip side of things.
I wonder if you could find the video on Vimeo.
Well, my precious rose for this piece was this great usage during the video of this big head filter. And as you know, it's a hilarious filter.
Absolutely. As much fun as it was, I feel like a stinker for me was the gratuitous language that was happening in the chorus.
I can't get enough of these barbecue chips. They're so good. Just look at us reviewing YouTube and barbecue chips on YouTube, eating barbecue chips. It's like everything is finally coming together. Racking up hundreds of views every month. I mean, this thing could really take off. I can see it now. Me and Steve rolling up to the red carpet and new Karuma Discover. Crowds roaring. Did it, Steve? We're hosting Jimmy Kimmel.
And cursing constantly.
You're going down a path to weed.
Yeah.
I love these weed edibles. But from here, we get Jacob having some fun, being high. We have some cool graphics here, which I love these great graphics. Some splatter stuff, some pattern stuff, and even this big hood filter coming back. Jacob gets a little high, starts to panic, makes his way back through the window just in time to jump in bed before his parents come into the room. And one of my favorite parts of this video is when these parents come in and find Jacob sleeping, not knowing that Jacob snuck out at all. And they do these big sniffs. Maybe they're unaware of the barbecue chip thing at all, and they're smelling these rotten barbecue chips.
Oh,
on
yeah.
his bed.
He's just hoarding the chips underneath his bed.
The rotten potato smell. Steve, see, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm thinking.
Well, he could clean his room a little bit. That's too many chips.
Too many chips on the bed, but I do love this focus, meaning the message is clear. YouTube and barbecue chips. And we are fans of the same things here at CBTV. I think this is really reflective with a lot of our viewers. Maybe not barbecue chips, but if you just switch it around to sour cream and onion or salt and vinegar, you're going to get a lot of people joining in on this sentiment that YouTube and chips. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and give this a very, very strong 10 out of 10. How do you feel, Steve?
Yeah, I thought it was incredibly enjoyable. I'll definitely be showing some friends and family members. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 10 as well.
Oh my gosh. Dude! That is incredible! Whoa! We've got ourselves our first here, folks. We've got 10 out of 10 for Jacob Sartorius. Really great, stunning performance on this. our first time.
That's
So thanks to all of you for watching CBTV and the Bodyplex Review. Thanks to Computer Steve for dedicating their energy to this program. Thanks to CBI for making this happen for everything I do. And thanks to you for the company. I'm Bodyplex. Steve, it's always a pleasure.